Hey everyone, thanks for joining us here at First United Methodist Church of Baton Rouge for our Preteen Devotional. This week, we'll be reading from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verses 9 through 12. And we'll be talking about your friends all the month of September. We'll be talking about your friends, who they are, how they influence you, and how they ultimately lead you closer to Jesus. So we'll talk about rope. And now this isn't a rope, it's actually my phone charger, but we're talking about rope. So pretend that this is our rope for the week. A cord of 3 strands is not easily broken, but I can't get it to do it just yet. I forgot about the title slide. So if you're following along in your Bible, I want you to flip to the book of Ecclesiastes. That's in the Old Testament. We're going to go to chapter 4, and we're going to read verses 9 through 12 to set up what we're talking about today. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their hard work. If either should fall, one can pick up the other. But how miserable are those who fall and don't have a companion to help them up? Also, if 2 lie down together, they can stay warm, but how can anyone stay warm alone? Also, 1 can be overpowered, but 2 together can put up resistance. A 3-ply cord doesn't easily snap. And so King Solomon is recognizing here that yes, 2 people together can get a lot accomplished. But did you listen and hear how he finishes that verse? He says, also 1 can be overpowered, but 2 together can put up resistance. A 3-ply cord doesn't easily snap. King Solomon now just introduced a third person. So you've got your friend, and now King Solomon is saying there's a third person. Who do you think that third person is? That third person is God. With God intertwined in your relationships, it won't be easy to break. God should be the foundation of each and every one of your friendships. So if you look at this, it's not very strong by itself, is it? It probably couldn't hold up much, right? It definitely couldn't hold up one of these Bibles. It couldn't hold up this box. Oh gosh, it couldn't hold up this box full of stuff. I mean, no way. This cord by itself is not very strong. And have you ever seen an actual piece of 3-strand rope before? I've got a picture right here. So if you look at this rope, there's 3 strands and they're wrapped really tightly around each other. It's really great because it's really strong. This rope is rope that you would use on a pulley to pull something up. It's rope you would use to tie something down, maybe tie a tent down or something. This rope is really strong, and it's because it's 3 strands, not just 1, not just 2, but it's 3 strands. And so what I want you to learn today is that by yourself, you can't get a ton accomplished, all right? And that's why we enlist the help of our friends. That's kind of how we closed out our series last month, is that our friends help us be creative. But if it's just you and your friends, you're limiting yourself, because that third strand, the third strand of the rope is God. And if God is intertwined between you and your friends, the possibilities are endless, because God can do anything through you and your friends. So that brings us to the key question of the week. What makes someone a good friend? I want you to think about all of the friends that you have. You have some friends that you see all the time, that you purposely hang out with on the weekends, and that you always want to be around. Obviously, that's a really good friend of yours. So what makes them such a good friend? And are you holding all of your friends to the same standard? Figure that out this week, and next week we will go into learning how to show your friends that they're important. Because if we don't show our friends that they're important, they may not stick around, and we want them to stick around. So we'll see you next week.